Find out which governor suspended unemployment payback indefinitely. Why one judge dismissed an unemployment lawsuit against a state governor. Why 4.5 million people just walked out on their jobs. And what this record number of job walkouts means for the job market and inflation. And I had someone come up and say, what would it be like if all of our staff, this is an employee, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis ordered a stop to sending debt collectors after Florida residents who've been issued an overpayment notice for their unemployment claims. Yep, this is like unbelievable news that a governor would step in and go, enough. DeSantis said, quote, during the height of the pandemic, our number one priority was to ensure Floridians receive their benefits on a timely basis. And we focused on reducing red tape to speed up the process. As a result of providing this swift response, many claimants believe they were fully and accurately applying for re-employment assistance or unemployment assistance within the boundaries of the law, receiving overpayments from the state, end quote. This comes as thousands of Floridians were mailed notices that they would have to pay back overpayments, despite the fact that these overpayments really weren't their fault at all. A crazy amount of states across the country have suffered similar issues, overpaying residents unemployment benefits and then asking them to pay it back. The payback amount can sometimes reach $10,000 to $20,000, a hefty fee, and sometimes you had no knowledge of it. That's why it's nice to see that at least one governor has the guts to say, you know what, we are going to be responsible, accountable to our people, and if we made a mistake, we see our part in it, and suspend those debt collectors from attacking citizens that before the pandemic probably only had $400. Remember, most of the country had less than $400 to fix if their car broke down. Meanwhile, there have been many successful lawsuits against the states when it comes to unemployment. In fact, most of them have been successful in their attempts to reinstate the benefits that were prematurely canceled. However, a judge in Idaho dismissed a legal action against the governor and the Idaho Department of Labor director for ending unemployment back in June. According to the district judge, Derek O'Neill, don't run to his house. He's a judge. I'm sure he has good reason. The court empathized with the plaintiffs and recognized that they were experiencing challenges. But the state participated in federal programs has always been optional. Ooh, what a tough word. Let's not forget about the huge push for extended enhanced unemployment benefits within our own government. AOC, Cori Bush, and others are fighting for these new benefits regardless. How many of you in Idaho, I'd love to hear from you, your thoughts on what you think of this matter. And if you are a citizen of the United States with the U.S. passport, because you live in a state, should you lose the benefits? Should the state get in the way of the federal money? I'd love to hear from you. Are you a citizen of the state, a resident, or are you a citizen of the United States? I beg the question. What do you think? I'd love to know your thoughts. Next up, new data shows that 4.3 million people walked out on their jobs in August. I'm not kidding. 4.3 million people. That's what the reports say. With more and more doing it all the time. That number from August is the highest number reported in over 20 years. The report, high numbers of people quitting their jobs, is being referred to as, quote, the great reassessment, end quote. Interesting. Which means people are literally reassessing their worth as employees, forcing employers to reassess how much they value their employees. enough to pay them a living wage and offer reasonable benefits. These reassignments are all a highest rate on record, especially in manufacturing, retail, trade, transport, and business services. A lower workforce could make things difficult or hard during the holiday season for big retailers like Amazon and Walmart and the rest that plan for two companies to hire 300,000 new workers in the next few months, especially with Joe Biden coming out a couple days ago and saying that Walmart, Target, the ports, FedEx, UPS, 24/7, baby. I don't know, Biden. I'm talking to you, buddy. How are you going to make it happen? Maybe you need to do not only an infrastructure bill, but an inflation bill to protect us as Americans from inflation due to this current disruption in the job market. Finally, what does this record high number of missing workers, what does it mean for things like the job market, inflation, and labor pricing powers? First of all, this high number of job openings is forcing employers to offer higher wages, better benefits, hiring bonuses, and things that too are on board for many people. This is a direct response to people quitting their jobs to, find better opportunities. If businesses create those better opportunities, people will quit their jobs so that they can work for themselves. The other thing too is, folks, some businesses are just gonna go extinct because they can't afford to pay people more and the business doesn't support higher wages. We're gonna see businesses close. Some businesses that don't have as much value in our marketplace. It's just how the cookie crumbles in capitalism. These quit rates also show that workers are more confident than ever, believing their own worth as employees. They don't just want higher wages. They want safer work environments and to just be treated better. For example, one tweet recently went viral showing how one employee stood up to himself against an overbearing boss. I'm sure you've had one of those. This employee who had a foot injury got permission from his team leader to sit down while he was at work. After working a long 12 hours and adding a lot of value to his job, the man was then scolded by the owner for sitting. The man expressed his thoughts with the employer, saying he was going to quit for this mistreatment, something for an employer immediately tried to backpedal on, but it was too late. I'll leave a link to the tweet in the description. You can check it out for yourself. Add your own piece, your thoughts, your peace of mind, your 2 cents. One concern for these employees quitting, particularly because it means employers are handing out higher wages, is inflation. They're going to pass the buck forward to us. With higher wages means businesses will inevitably charge more for their products and services. I'd love to hear your thoughts about that. Are you happy with paying $5 more for something that maybe costs $10 because you'd rather see the person on the other side? Or are you more concerned about your household and being able to pay your own bills? If you still haven't applied for those unemployment assistance, get a head start on the weekend. It is Saturday. It's midday Saturday, maybe. Maybe it's late for you. I don't know. Maybe it's Sunday by the time you're watching this. Either way, apply. In most states, you can still claim your basic state benefits. It's been around since the 30s. It'll be around maybe forever. So make sure you do that. Upload your employment history, your ID, and fill out that application. Make sure you just be genuine as possible. They're not trying to trick you or make you pay things back, but they do make mistakes, folks. Just be honest and truthful, and in filling out the application, you can receive a backdated check for thousands of dollars at this point. If you've missed out on it, make sure you fill that out because the window is closing and you may lose out on that money. At this time, I'm sorry to report the PUA, as we keep looking every day, is still closed for unemployment benefits. Hopefully, we'll see the great program once again offered unemployment funds to the gig workers, self-employed, independent contractors, 1099, and side hustles. There's a growing amount of politicians headed by AOC and a couple others that are saying that they want this on there. I agree with them. FedEx, Uber, Lyft, DoorDash. Gig workers are 1099 typically. Even Google has many 1099 workers. We need these benefits for people that need a bridge between employment. Please stay safe out there. Share your experience with the UI and benefits in your area. It helps us with the channel. Thank you for watching.